I'm Natalie from Veritas High School, and my research is on the effects of GenX stress on C. elegans. With all the available technology, why is it that my generation is expected to live a shorter and sicker life than our parents? One reason is chemicals that we are being exposed to that we humans have released into the environment. The per and polyfluoroalkyl substances are part of the problem. They can cause cancer, weaken the immune system, and make us sick. They are resistant to degradation and stay in the environment for a long time. One of the proposed safer replacements is the chemical GenX, which is the brand name for hexafluoropropylene oxide dimer acid, which is used to make cables, electronics, non-stick cookware, and food packaging, all everyday items that you have in your kitchen. GenX is released into the environment through wastewater and firefighting foam and is detected in bodies of water and even our treated drinking water. Because we don't know if it's safe, I study its effects at the molecular level in the model organism C. elegans, a tiny transparent worm which may hold the clue to our cellular response to chemical stress. C. elegans is the only organism on the entire planet with a fully sequenced genome, and many of its genes are also present in humans, so its response may be predictive of how we are affected. In our study, we exposed the worms to GenX through their food, and then compared the activity of target genes in the exposed worms to that of worms with no exposure. A study reported neurodegeneration in C. elegans when exposed to a much higher concentration of GenX than what we used in our study. Neurodegeneration is correlated to protein aggregation, and since aging is a large risk factor, it is likely that protein aggregation is an effect of GenX exposure. We aim to quantify the effects of GenX exposure using the RNA sequencing to identify genes whose expression levels are significantly altered. This will highlight important genes that will help us further study the effects at the protein level. Silencing and altering these genes might affect the progression of aging and disease relevant to chemical exposure and protein aggregation. GenX is one of many pervasive chemicals with unknown health effects. By understanding how our genes respond to these stressors, we could identify molecular signatures of altered cellular physiology and guide us to minimize the exposure by establishing safe environmental levels and potable water monitoring so that we can live longer and healthier lives. I am looking for a partnership with companies who perform next generation sequencing and can assist with management and analysis of transcriptomics data. Thank you.